sea of pyrotechnics. Out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with the Buffalo Bills. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Start that he was looking for as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Allen going to throw. Allen hit. He lost the football. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
The
lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9.
And that run there does nothing but juice up the guys who are moving the football. I mean, if you're an offensive lineman, people running it, actually the guy calling plays, you're almost jumping up and down in jubilation, aren't you?
Yeah, now you've got options on second down.
And big-time options. You might want to think about play action and try and get something cheap right here over the top.
And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. But I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Play action. It's Jackson. Looking deep downfield. And got his man complete. And he finally goes out of bounds across the opposite 40. It's a big play there for Baltimore. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. He's going to let it go again. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10.
Let's go.
A big play that time. Through the air. 31 yards. And now following that last play, I do believe we're going to get a review here. Yes, indeed, the red flag is out. Winds up a very good call there defensively to challenge that one, as that now will wind up an incomplete pass. And to give this time to the tailback. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Now it's Jackson. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was hoping for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
And now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. The handoff as they run the counter play. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Well, this defense for the Ravens, much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
There's a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description, because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And that will force a turnover on downs. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown. Rashad Bateman, his second touchdown on the season. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Tucker with the extra point. And the lead grows to 10-0. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. This is taken just shy of the 10. Down the numbers. There he goes. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. It's an 89-yard kick return. And the Bills have cut it to within a score. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. So let's try this again. After the kick return, TD, here's yet another kickoff. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that...
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Well, I mean, Lamar Jackson, what more can we say at this point? He is a living, breathing highlight reel. And go ahead and tack on that last play to the list of big ones by number 8.
I think defensively, when you look at a play like that, that's when everyone looks at their teammates and starts shaking their heads a little bit because now you're wondering, what are we in for? Worked all week to try and limit the big play ability that he possesses, and he winds up taking one to the house in the very first quarter. That was a tremendous run.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Going to give this time to the tailback. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with third down coming up. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. And he'll give it here to his running back. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Here's Matt Hawk now as he'll kick it away for the second time. That's a 43-yard punt, aided as well by a loss on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And this is going to be brought back for a Bills touchdown. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
An extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead is down to 2. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They'll be looking to make amends for the events of a moment ago. A fumble return for 6 points.
You absolutely have to protect the football. That's got to be priority number 1 because margin for error is starting to slip away. And now it's down to a 1-score game.
So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Now Jackson. Looking for Bateman. He's got him complete. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Throwing is Jackson. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Second and 11. Again, Jackson. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So touchdowns on their first 2 drives, but looking like that won't be the case here.
Yeah, it looks like someone put their dukes up a little bit, doesn't it? Maybe decided to finally make a stand because those first 2 drives, they got run over. Now, finally, got their feet under them, got a little bit of balance.
And deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. If ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. pressure too much. Down he goes. Patrick Queen. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Another try after the first down sack. Allen. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. Allen. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to fourth down. Here's Matt Hawk now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. He already had the 1 fumble loss, so now 2 fumbles lost here in this first half.
not setting the pace the way that you want it done. I mean, here in the first half, already twice the ball's come out and hit the turf. Got to find a way to take care of it. Otherwise, they may have to start thinking about maybe someone different at that position.
Now they try the right side here. The tackle credited to Deshaun Elliott, the safety.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Second and 8. Now a handoff here to his running back. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when you clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see 11 shirts of that same color right there in the frame trying to tackle it. That's what you're looking for.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll try and run for it. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. He needed a yard. He didn't get anything. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football, Doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive.
And partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. And he's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Now left side on the swing pass. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Jackson. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big connection on that one. 32 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Play action. Now Jackson. Forced out to his left. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Well, we've seen Jackson already have success in the first half running the football, and he gets good yardage on the ground again there. I mean, I know it's a $64,000 question, CD, but how do they contain him better?
You have to win against the blockers ahead of you. If those guys even occupy a defender for even a half a second, then Lamar Jackson is gone. You've got to take those blockers and move them so that you have clear vision of Lamar Jackson.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Ed Oliver, that time, the one to get in there and bring him down. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson, he'll let this go for the end zone. And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. Well, for all the deserved accolades Lamar Jackson gets for his running prowess, you know, his deep ball, it's really a thing to behold as well. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes this a 9-point game. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they really won't have much time to work with, just 19 seconds showing on the clock. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number one. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And not much happening there as he'll get it back to the line of scrimmage and no more. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. And with a 3rd and 14, we have 6 defensive backs out there now defensively. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And they will get to him behind the line, but the clock continues to tick down. So we come upon halftime with 9 points separating these two teams. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Steps away to his left. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
And, Brandon, this is the time of the game when Jackson could really take over. He's got the defense's legs a little bit tired. He's got him on the run.
Yeah, this defense looks gassed, and you're exactly right. Second half with the lead, this is when Lamar Jackson seems to thrive. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 39-yard line. That's out quickly to Bateman. Room here to run. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. Flush to his right. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Flushed out right. And it'll be intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, as most teams do in their 2-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there. That's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors. Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch, I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And now here's a carry heading left. And unable to get downhill there, so he'll take this up to about the 37. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And meanwhile, Allen's throw going to be caught by Davis. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And he's going to have a Bills 1st down as good running gets him to about the 44.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
On play action, Allen. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. And down to the 16-yard line.
Come on now, let's go. And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Hands it off out of the gun. Desmond King making the tackle.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Josh Allen with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bills cut into that lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And this is back to an 8-point game.
Bills 21.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
Third quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. Here's Jackson. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Andrews. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 48-yard line. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
And that's patience to be admired right there because he looks left, looks right, and waits for the right guy to come open, spots him in the middle of the field, and delivers.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. Escaping the pressure right. And Jackson going to have the first down as he will get to the ground to avoid the contact. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Give him 3 on the gain there, 2nd and goal.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the 2nd score there. On 2nd and goal, Jackson buying time, and he will not get away. He's sacked back around the 3-yard line. A.J. Epinesa able to drop him for a loss of a couple. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Jackson. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. A.J. Epinesa, his 2nd sack of the night. Tucker's kick is good. Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for it.
You're exactly right about that, and this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. And bringing it in, it's Davis. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? Allen now on 1st down. Finds a seam inside the 40. And finally down at the 36-yard line.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
Throwing on 1st down is Allen. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. Jackson's throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Now Jackson on first down. That's complete to his receiver, Bateman. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on first and second downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
On first and 10, it's Jackson. He'll find Bateman once more. And he's taken down inside the 30.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Stopped short of the 25. The second effort couldn't free him. A gain of 3, second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. A great read, and it's picked off. And the Bills are right back in this football game. Well, this D, particularly the secondary, has been picked apart at points here tonight. They finally, though, get to the quarterback, get a pick.
And we know this about him. He loves night games, loves the spotlight, loves being the center of attention. I will bet you that he ran off the field almost chuckling to himself. They finally got one. They finally got me.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
They'll try again from the 20 on second and 10. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. The improv act there, good for 9. And now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short. 3rd and 1. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 55 rushing yards for him on the ground now on 18 carries. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Play action. Now it's Allen. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 21. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way. But when you're up by 2 scores in the fourth quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage, because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. He's going deep for Brown. And it's nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. He's going deep for Brown. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he is down deep into Buffalo territory. It's a big play there for Baltimore. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Throwing is Jackson. That is caught. It's Bateman for a Raven touchdown. Rashad Bateman, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Ravens are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off at the 36. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. And that's now a half dozen interceptions for him over the last 2 games. Because CD, remember, he threw 3 in the last ball game and now 3 more here. And the way that you presented, partner, I'm not sure what sounds worse, right? Half a dozen over the last 2 games, or 3 the last game, 3 this game. Either way, it's way too many. And that's something they'll have to work on, hoping to get through the rest of this game. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for Baltimore, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And next week, they get to stay home again as the Los Angeles Chargers come to town. Meanwhile, for the Bills, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll be back home next week as they're set to take on the Cincinnati Bengals.